Hi, my name is Jalen Marshall, and this is for my video assignment 2. Starting out, I'm just going to do a brief summarization of all the cases. So for case 6.2, Chiquita Banana, it is basically about how Chiquita authorized payments to a criminal activist group in Colombia. And starting out with the first question, how did Chiquita get in this position in the first place? Why do you think they feel like they had no choice in these circumstances? And what is the sale of the most profitable unit in 2004? So between the years of 1997 and 2004, executives in Chiquita's operations in Colombia paid $1.7 million to the AUC for protection of its employees. AUC is the activist group. This was because they had a meeting with them and were threatened to make payments to them, or else they would be destroying their products and threatening their employees. They'd never received any protection in exchange for these payments. And the biggest profit was in 2004 when Chiquita sold Banadex operations to a Colombia-owned company. Moving on to question 4, discuss the relationship between social responsibility and sustainability. What benefits do companies gain from social responsibility actions? So basically, social responsibility is the business trying to do good by its consumers and its customers and making an active change through its actions. And sustainability is only one part of social responsibility. Sustainability is trying to lower your carbon footprint and making your business actions and everything less harmful to the environment. So moving on to the second case is case 6.8, Nestle, products that don't fit cultures. So basically the case is about Nestle marketing their baby formula, and it is seen as controversial in the eyes of society. So the first question is, if you had been an executive with Nestle, would you have changed your marketing approach after the boycotts began? So if I was an executive with Nestle, I would definitely change the marketing approach to be not so aggressive and not so one-sided. I would definitely lean baby formula to be an option for families who cannot breastfeed their babies, and not so much as it would be seen more as an alternative rather than pushing it to be the only option for new parents and families. Moving on to question 6, if you were a hospital administrator, what policy would you adopt on discharge packs? So I would make a policy that you should offer formula samples as an option for new parents, but not be a permanent product in your discharge packs, because that would be seen as giving it to new families as the only way they can feed their babies. So just giving it as an option would be what I would do. So moving on to the last case, case 6.13, GSK and China. So basically the case is about the firm GSK not making their finances correctly and going around paying for a lot of things through travel in a travel agency and persuading decision makers through money and bribes. So the first question number 3, is what is the impact of the bribery on the pharmaceutical market in China? So the impact of the bribery through the market includes, the use of specific drugs and making the popularity of those specific drugs because the firm bribed the decision makers to promote certain drugs over other ones. And this can impact the market because only some drugs are available rather than others because they were pushed through the decision makers. So the last question number 4, how do you respond if GSK said that it was doing what everyone does in China? So just like common sense and ethics and morals can be put into this, but just because it's okay and just because it's the norm in China does not mean it's right for your business to practice this as well. So moving on to the second part of the assignment, a current event within the last 30 days. So my current event is compared to case 6.8 Nestle. My current event is that Kendall Jenner recently came out with an advertisement with 818 Tequila, and it is seen as super controversial. It is seen as cultural appropriation. Kendall is showing cultural appropriation by being styled as a native Mexican, and is appropriating Mexican culture. The commercial is seen as offensive, and the ad makes her seem as a minority or less fortunate person, advertising tequila made by the local Mexicans as well. Thank you so much for listening.